the reality is that, you know, virtually every commercial building and most industrial facilities, the primary source of energy is electricity. And we take it for granted, but except for when it suddenly isn't there. And then it's all of a sudden, oh my goodness, now what do we do? Right? It becomes an emergency. And the reality also is that the, you know, annual failure rates on these types of assets, on switchgear and transformers, are sub 1%, right? So, you know, if you've got 100 assets, one might fail every 2 or 3 years. You know, that's kind of the numbers that we're playing with. So it's failures in this realm are not hugely common, but when they do occur, depending on where that asset sits in the pyramid of infrastructure, if it's at the top of the pyramid, it takes everything out below it, right? If there's no redundancy built into your design in the first place, one asset can cause all the dominoes to fall. And then you are stuck waiting for that asset to be repaired or replaced. And lead times on some of these items can be substantial. If you lose a large transformer that feeds half of your industrial facility, you could be looking at, you know, easily 8, 10, 12 weeks to get that replaced or repaired. So those are challenges that we have to try to overcome, which are the failures don't occur that often, but when they do, they can be quite, you know, severe in their impact. And, you know, it's really talking about your appetite for risk. So we go through the exercise with clients saying, okay, what's the criticality of this asset? What happens if it fails? How long does it take to repair or replace? You know, what's the lead time to get a replacement unit for this? And what does it cost if this asset is down for that period of time? What's that cost the business? And then multiply all of that sort of times that annual failure rate to figure out what's the true annual cost of reliability today, right? Actualized, right? And if you change your protocols, change your maintenance and inspection protocols on that asset, can you cut that failure rate? So if it goes from 0.5% to 0.25% probability of failure in any given year, well, you've saved half that money. Right? It's hard you can monetize it. It's not easy, but you can monetize it. And if you can, you know, you walk through the steps of how you get there with a client, it is feasible to justify rolling out a broader condition-based program on your electrical assets, given, you know, the math. You can do the math. And we've got some tools and spreadsheets that can make that happen for clients.